So a lot of people wonder what happens once we receive a new title order. And I think it's important that everybody know the steps. So I'm kind of going to go through them with you. So first, we receive the order typically via email at orders@melrosetitleco.com. We have a transaction coordinator at the office that monitors that box all the time. And if that person is out on vacation, there's someone else assigned to monitor the new orders box. So that person will open the new order within our system and send a search out to our abstracting team. So our abstracting director will assign this search to one of the abstractors, and that abstractor will go to the public records and do their search and then send a report back to the abstracting director. Then a title commitment gets prepared, and that's the document that shows who owns the property and what types of covenants and restrictions or easements or anything like that go along with the property, what conditions need to be met for us to be able to insure the property, such as we need to pay the taxes, we need to get a release of the current mortgage. So the commitment is prepared and then it's reviewed by one of the attorneys, either Erica or myself. And then once it's been approved, it gets sent to the transaction specialist. The transaction specialist is your point of contact. So that transaction specialist is going to review that, send it to the buyer and lender if there's a lender involved. And then the transaction specialist is going to work with the buyers and the sellers, their agents, the lender, to try to get all the information gathered that they need for the closing disclosure. So for example, taxes, payoffs, HOA dues, commissions, anything that we need to show on the settlement statement. Then the transaction specialist at Melrose Title is actually the person who goes to the closing table with you too. And we feel that this one point of contact is very important because that way the person has seen the file from beginning to end and really knows that file thoroughly. So that person is the best person to answer questions at the closing table. Then after closing, it goes to our post-closing specialist, and that person takes over each file from there and makes sure that all the requirements have been met, gets any checks out for homeowners insurance or taxes or whatever, and gets all the recordable docs out to the register of deeds. So then from post-closing, we wait for the recorded docs to get back. Once the recorded docs get back, we downdate that commitment, so we make sure that all those requirements that were on the commitment have been cleared so that we can issue a title insurance policy. Then about 60 days after closing, sometimes before that, you should expect to receive your warranty deed and your owner's title insurance policy in the mail. And then the lender, if there's a lender involved, would expect to receive the deed of trust and their loan title insurance policy in the mail. I think it's very important that you know the process and what all goes on behind the scenes. So if you ever have any questions about that, feel free to reach out. We hope to work with you soon. I think it's very important that you know the process and what all goes on behind the scenes. So if you ever have any questions about that, feel free to reach out. We hope to work with you soon. I think it's very important